Yes, people, what is going on? Let's go back a little bit here. We are live. We're back once again. We're back. We're only on YouTube tonight. This is just a one-off Christmas special. It's the final live stream of 2021 on Pizarro's Pieces, my YouTube channel. Not on Facebook tonight, just on YouTube. So we've got lots to catch up on, lots to talk about. Should we get the main man in? Let's get him in. It's been a little while. It's been quite a few months since me and this guy have done a live stream together. So put your hands up, everyone, for the one, the only, Mr. Big C, aka the Love Hammer.
He's back. He's back. Ho ho ho. You know, I thought I'd get with the Christmas theme today.
Well,
how is everyone?
Mate, I'm in the Christmas theme, mate. I'm
so you're gonna be eating on air. That's how unprofessional he is, isn't it, Tom? That's your unprofessionalism. We've come back for the Christmas special, and he's already been unprofessional.
Oh, we got some people in, man.
Yeah,
we've got some regulars.
It's always the thing where it's a last minute thing, Tom. It was always a gamble that anyone would even bother watching us. We're old news now.
Well, we're washed up, mate. We're washed
up. We are.
We're washed up.
Evening,
Brad.
Evening, Brad. Evening,
Mr.
Tony.
McDermott, how you doing? Evening. Rob's in the building. Tats and Toys. Yo, chaps. Yeah. Tom and Big C. How you doing? Nice to see you.
How you doing? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, it's his missus' birthday. Happy birthday, Heidi.
Oh, happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday.
Look who's in the building.
Thomas Emery. Yeah. To be fair, I caught up with Tom probably about a month ago. And Tom was the one he was saying. He was like, do a Christmas special. So partly here because of Tom. Because of Mr. Emery.
Hey. Slimehouse is in the building.
Slimehouse, our man.
Mr. Theo. Colin's in the building.
Long time, Colin. Hope you're well.
I will get them pictures to you, mate. I've got the figures here in the room. I've got some X-Men figures.
Not
for
selling all your collection, are you?
No. This is for someone else. It's not from my collection either.
He's selling his collection, people.
Mr. Emery just saying hi, guys. He's back.
Son of, apparently, there's a rumor as well going around that Thomas Emery is the son of Unai. Tom.
What, your old manager?
Well, our old manager, Mr. Unai Emery.
Unai Emery, yeah.
Yeah.
David World Toys. Hello, Love Hammer.
The Love Hammer. Yeah.
How you doing, David?
Hello, David.
Evening, Matt.
Evening,
Great
Matt.
to see you. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much.
Two Matt Smiths, though, aren't there? There's two Matt Smiths.
There is.
We're good,
Thomas. I'm not too sure which one that is. Because I know a Matt Smith well, obviously, like from the toy shows and that, but this is the problem.
This is the problem. There was a rumor it was the same person on different accounts playing games.
Hiya, Heidi.
Hi, Heidi.
Evening, Pete.
Hi, Pete.
How are we? Listen,
Thomas, I'm all right. I'm all right.
He said he's missed us a lot.
Yeah, I've missed him. You know, like I said, I did catch up with Thomas, though. He delivered to me a little while ago.
Amar, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, Amar.
Good to see you. Well, Mr. C, aka Mr. Love Hammer. What's going on? Talk to me.
Well, so let's give a bit of background about how we got here to this Christmas special while we're doing this one off. So since we finished the last run of live streams, the Love Hammer's had a lot of offers. You know, he's been traveling all around the world. He's been everywhere. So I'm just sitting back, you know, on a boat somewhere tropical a couple of weeks ago, and I get the phone call saying, look, from some of our representatives saying, look, we want to do a Christmas special. Would you be interested? I said, that depends. Can we find a new host? Not too sure, you know, if it's with Tom, whether I'll be willing to do it. But, you know, they said to me, we must warn you, something slightly up with Tom at the moment. I said, what's he whinging about now? They said, no, he's whinging. He said, but there's some other stuff going on. He started selling parts of his collection. And he's also now not buying toys anymore. He's actually got a massive thing, an obsession about buying Japanese/Italian 1980s retro plimsolls to the point where it's become a bit of an issue. So as soon as I heard this, I thought COVID's coming back as well at the same time. I thought I've got to come back and do this Christmas special. But yeah, the people need it. The love hammer is needed now.
Dodgy plimsolls.
Well, they're retro.
I'd say more like hashtag dodgy beard. And I'm
Yeah,
going to presume that's your beard, mate, because my beard's all right.
I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stick at this for, this beard, to be fair. It's very itchy.
Evening, retro, Shed 85.
Evening.
Yes, Mr. Well, we were just talking about this, weren't we? About the toy fair.
Do you reckon it's going to be on? I'm not going. I'll watch from the shadows.
I've got a stall with Vic from A Fistful of Collectibles. However, yeah, we were just discussing. We don't really know if it's gonna.
Do you reckon it's
going on?
What date is it?
I don't know. It's fucking Boris, isn't it? Boris is playing with us, isn't he?
What date is it, Tom?
It's the day after Boxing Day.
It's going to be touch and go because I think they're going to try and play it cool and get the few days of Christmas out of the way, and then I think they're probably going to try and clamp down a little bit, aren't they?
Fuck Boris anyway. I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. Really, you shouldn't have to listen to him anyway, should you? I mean, the way they behave, you know, there's one rule for them, one rule for us. So,
oh, El Tender, how you doing? Howdy, bro.
How you doing?
He said, Thomas has said, I'm out busy doing Big C. I mean, Santa's job. El Tender's got another store in Chicago. They don't stop opening stores over there.
Yeah, it's good though. He's lucky. He's a lucky man though. He's in the right country, isn't he?
I know. Glad you boys are back.
Oh, thank you,
Rob. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Rob.
Appreciate it. Come on in, mate.
Listen,
what's been going on, mate? Look, let's talk about like the toys and that. Let me just adjust this.
Well, no, let's start with. You tell me about where you are with the toys at the minute, because you're sort of like falling out of love with it a little bit, aren't you?
No. Look, like you watched last night, innit?
Can I just say last night, like I say, I have been catching, like I say, I tend to watch from the shadows at the minute. But I've been watching Vic and Johnny, and obviously they're always entertaining them too. So I have been watching, you know, the last few weeks since they've come back on a Sunday night, and I really enjoy it. And it was good to see you on there, to be fair. And I thought, yeah, it was really enjoyable yesterday. I watched it. So,
yeah, I enjoyed it. It was the first time I've done a live stream since me and you done one. Our last ever one. Which I say our last ever one. We're on now, but
you get a lot of offers though, Tom, didn't you? There was one point where you couldn't stay off them.
Yeah. You asked me the questions. Did you want me to answer?
Go on, you answer. Yeah.
You said I've fallen out of love with the toys.
Yeah, go on.
I haven't fallen out of love with the toys. This is what I was trying to explain yesterday. I've fallen out of love with the community as such, and like I said just on Johnny's live stream, it isn't the whole community. You know, 90%, 95% of the toy community are good people. Dealers.
He absolutely hates certain individuals, is what he's saying. Name those individuals, Tom. Let's hear who you absolutely hate. Expose people.
It's nothing to do with hating individuals. It's more of a collective of situations, and you know what? You see the last video I've done, Big C. So, you know, you see the video. I had a bit of a rant, and
let's get this off.
I must have had is it getting a bit hot? Is it?
It's getting a bit hot. I
must have had 100 comments on that YouTube video with people agreeing with me. The stuff I said. Yeah, the stuff I said.
Yeah, obviously you're someone who's been you've been heavily involved in the toys. Exactly.
I've been around a while.
So your opinion is always going to be warranted, isn't it? You know, like people are going to listen to what your opinion is. I just think that things in the toy collecting community have changed massively, haven't they, over the last, year or 18 months.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you a few of the things that fuck me off, to be honest with you. Again, guys, remember this is a late night show, so there's no holds barred when it comes to language.
There's going to be a bit of swearing.
A few of the things that fuck me off. One of the big things that fuck me off is people targeting new collectors. So obviously you've been collecting for a few years now. I've been collecting for many, many years, and when new collectors come on the scene, so they don't know no different. You know, someone who's might be in their early 30s who wants to get into, whether it's Masters of the Universe or Transformers or G.I. Joe. They don't really know the market. They don't know what they're getting into, and I'm seeing people get taken advantage in them sort of situations. I don't agree with that. I think that's horseshit. If I'm honest with you,
I just think anything that starts becoming popular, you're going to get elements of people who take advantage of it, aren't you?
Yeah, of course you will. Of course you will. But
10 years ago, no one was interested in retro collecting and stuff. It was a very niche, small community.
Very niche,
but as these communities expand and it becomes more and more popular, more and more people jump into it and start wanting a piece of it.
I know.
You open it up to elements of you're gonna have idiots, aren't you?
Yeah. The thing is, though, for me, what I find difficult is as well. And you're right. Yeah, 10 years ago. Listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, when I was collecting in the 90s, I used to get slated by people for collecting wrestlers, and I was into Pokemon in the late 90s. I was banging to the WWF. I collected. I was into Spider-Man. Mate, it wasn't a thing then. Like being a geek wasn't a thing then.
People used to take the piss out of me collecting wrestlers until I used to give them a Stone Cold Stunner, and then it wasn't so funny then.
But yeah, mate, like I said yesterday, it ain't toys. Like, I ain't got an issue with, I ain't got an issue with He-Man or NECA or WWE Elites or anything like that. It's not the toys, man. It's what, and the thing is you know me, Chris. I'm a bargain hunter. I love to find bargains, and whether it's boot sales, whether it's toy shows, whether it's eBay, Facebook Marketplace, whatever. And it's not me being a bitch about it or anything, but people they're such piss takers at the minute.
Yeah.
You just can't get them fucking bargains.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, I'm not involved in it because I don't do the selling side of things and that, and I'm not out there trying to like buy and sell and move things like that. And I only collect really only major in one thing.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of it's not retro now. Like where I'm done with the Hasbros and that, like it is really, I'm buying new products as they're released, and I'm buying them a lot from wholesalers and stuff. So I don't think I see a lot of that.
No, you wouldn't. I mean, and to be honest with you, mate, I'm quite lucky in the sense that, I mean, we were talking about it before we went on air, that I haven't really bought that much this year. Like,
what was the last thing you bought?
The last thing I bought that I can think of was this. I'll show you guys one sec. So I bought this off.
It'd probably be a pair of pants, people. It'd probably be a pair of pants or something. So you don't buy toys anymore.
With skid marks in it.
Yeah. Nasty.
Let's just quickly go through some comments so I don't get caught up with everything. David Resells, good evening.
Good evening, David.
Oh, what a name. Wheels of Chaotic Doom.
I like that. Greetings from Sydney.
Boris,
yeah, he does. He needs to sort his hair out. I mean, someone needs to just go just in the middle of the night, just clipper his hair. Just clipper him.
Mate, he'd clipper his fucking bollocks. That's what they need to do.
Yeah.
Now, this is the Matt that I know. So this is Matt
Collecting. Big up, Matt. He's changed his name because of obviously the confusion from last time.
Course.
Do you know what I like about Matt? He's a repeat collector. He always comes back.
He's a repeat viewer as well. Theo, collect for yourself. Fuck what everyone else does.
Yeah, I agree. And Theo's another one. Theo's been in the game a long time, and he you know what I mean.
Johnny.
Nice one, Johnny. Like I say, loving what Johnny and Vic are doing on a Sunday. People are saying like me and you are like a shit version of Johnny and Vic. Less entertaining.
No, they're talking about you, mate. They're not talking about me.
No.
There's a lot of things I could call you live on air now.
Yeah. Don't hold back. Come on, I've come back from the Caribbean from a yacht to come and do this special. I expect a little bit of, I'd be disappointed if there was no insults.
A bit of slaving and cussing.
Yeah.
Wheels of Chaotic Doom. They're actually getting out of collecting modern figures and going back to vintage. At the minute, it's probably the worst time, if I'm honest with you, to do it.
Yeah. What a price, Tom? What a price is like on vintage now? So. For instance, the only market I used to really look at was Hasbro, the Hasbro WF.
Yeah,
What's happened to that?
Still up there. Hasbro's
still
up there.
No diving.
No diving at the minute. He-Man seems a little bit steady. I think, you know what, with He-Man, I think a lot of He-Man collectors, including myself, because of the new cartoons that have come out on Netflix. Obviously, they brought out Revelations and they brought out figures for that. Then they had the Origins figure. The He-Man market's been really flooded.
Yeah,
really,
you know
really
why,
flooded.
don't you? But you know what happens as well when they bring these new shows and that out. Kids of today watch those new shows, and then they almost want a piece of the retro as well. They want to know. They want some of the older figures than that, don't they?
Well,
that can have a knock-on effect to the retro market as well.
Tell me about it. We've got some questions for you, Big C.
Go on.
Go. David Russell's like superheroes back in the day used to call names for liking it, but now everyone loves them. It's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah.
But our first question of the night. It's an interesting question.
Go on.
I was talking about this toy line yesterday about how undesirable it is. David World Toys wants to know, Love Hammer, are you still into Action Man?
David. To be fair, yes, but I haven't bought one probably for about 5 or 6 months. But I am still in the market for him. If I come across one at the right price,
that is the toy line that hasn't gone up in price.
No, but I still say, and this is where Theo backed me up that time, and Theo knows his stuff. I do reckon that one day that is gonna. Too many people had it for there not to be a retro pull, a nostalgic pull eventually. But David, the answer is yes. I am still in the market for collecting them. Yeah, just haven't got one for a while now.
In fairness, to be honest with you, I slag Action Man 90 stuff off, but
yeah, I mean,
Theo's right. Collect what you want.
Yeah. I agree.
You've heard. I've told you in recent years how many people have said to me about because obviously I dabble with modern quite a lot because the modern stuff. Listen, let's not fuck around here. Yeah, let's be fair. NECA make good looking. They're not really action figures. They're more for display.
Yeah, but listen, they might have improved. I stopped buying NECA when once, right? I literally opened a Terminator NECA.
I remember that, yeah.
I literally opened it and took the figure out of the packaging. His leg fell off.
I remember that. And the funny thing is, Chris, is that I think I've got about 65 NECA figures ranging from Turtles to Godzilla to horror to Terminator, RoboCop, Karate Kid. I've got loads of Street Fighter, and I've never had one break. I've never had one break.
I think to be fair,
I've been lucky. Like
I got the first Terminator releases they did, and I think it was about 2010. So it was quite early in terms of like NECA starting to take off properly. And I think they had a lot of quality control issues back in the day, but obviously they've rectified them, as time's gone on. They're a lot bigger company now than they were, say, 10, 11 years ago.
They've got a lot more licenses.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, they've grown massively. So perhaps they put some of them problems right.
Talking of Action Man.
Oh, yeah. I remember this was back in the spring that Rob messaged me saying he's got an Action Man skateboard.
You've been fucking missing, haven't you?
I did say, didn't I? I did say that I was going to ride off into the sunset, didn't I?
You know what? Let me tell you the one thing. We said earlier that Christmas Christmas ain't the same without matchmakers, because I've been eating matchmakers. You probably don't like these, but Parma Violets, mate, you can't fucking beat them.
No. I'm just not unprofessional. I mean, I'm just not. I'm a very professional man, to be fair.
What's not professional about it?
One thing I wanted to say as well, obviously we're a fan of little segments, just a little bit of fun. Even though it's not a laughing matter, I don't want anyone to be offended about me laughing about COVID and stuff. But I don't know about you, but I've never known so many people to have COVID and that at the minute. Changing the subject, and literally the last 3 or 4 days, I've seen family members, I've seen some friends. We went to see Emma's friends and stuff like. We had some dinner with them the other night. And I've never had so many text messages from multiple people that I've seen over the last 3 or 4 days. So, by the way, just letting you know, I've got COVID, or Santo's got COVID, that we've been around and we've been around you. We're just letting you know. So the Love Hammer thought he'd do a lateral flow test live on air. Yeah. Let's see, within the last few days, whether I have picked something up. So we'll do that and then we'll share the results a bit later. Just a little bit of fun.
While you're pissing around doing that, let's get through some more.
Go on.
You're both legends.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. Cheers, mate. That's coming from a legend, isn't it?
That's my best friend, my best pal, Ben.
Ben.
Show is fire. In my neck of the woods, a lot of Black Series collectors are selling up and moving on. They're over the repaints and repacks. How do you see TBS going in the future? Me and you are not really because we're
Nah,
not really
but to
Star
be
Wars,
fair,
are
it's
we?
one of
But
them. I do
they're right
like
though.
Star Wars.
They do. You know what? The Black Series. I'm obviously not a Star Wars collector. Neither are you,
No,
Chris. But
no.
the Black Series figures obviously are a version to us as WWE collectors. They're the version like elites, aren't they? They're the Star Wars elites.
Yeah,
As such.
well,
Or the
listen,
Marvel
I see them.
Legends.
I see them in the shops, and I do. I'm a Star Wars. You know, I'm a Star Wars. You know, I watch all the films. I know all Star Wars. I always think they're lovely figures. They're really well done. They're really nice. And but it's one of them things where would you ever start trying to get into collecting them? How could you join now when there's been?
But that comment there says it all, because about repaints and repacks
Well,
and
that's what
stuff like
elites
that.
are doing now.
So WWE are the same.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, Marvel Legends, even to an extent, are the same. I mean, how many Spider-Man figures? Talking of Spider-Man, you ain't seen the new film yet, have you?
Nah, is it good?
No, we won't. Oh yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was
People
great.
saying it's got the highest rating on the like Rotten Tomatoes and that and IMDb of all time.
Who gives a fuck about Rotten Tomatoes?
No. But what I'm saying is, in terms of reviews, it's saying it's the best rating ever apparently at the moment.
Look, is there such thing as the perfect film, as in 11 out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watership Down. Why are you laughing?
I actually watched that a couple of weeks ago.
One of the greatest stories ever told.
They used to give me nightmares in the 80s.
One of the greatest stories ever told. Load of vicious rabbits.
Like the rabbits and that.
Yeah, load of vicious rabbits. Yeah, brilliant film. To the soundtrack of Art Garfunkel as well, which I liked.
Oh yeah, yep. Dave Blaze.
Evening, Dave. Evening, Dave.
In regards to that.
Yeah, look, same thing in wrestling. I'm experiencing the same thing there, and you're sort of left with a decision to make, aren't you? Do you carry on buying them, even though you can tell that they're running out of ideas, aren't they? You think when you've had how many series of Black Series has there been? They start running out of characters and ideas of what to make, don't they?
But the thing is, yeah, with Star Wars, obviously they've got an expanded universe within the comics and that. Me and you, we wouldn't know that, but I know there's an expanded universe within the comics because I've seen a character come out recently that looked like Bucky O'Hare. It was like a green rabbit, and it was from I think it was from a Marvel Star Wars comic of back in the 80s or whatever. Wrestling's the same, but the problem is, and we say this all the time, Chris, is that with wrestling, you've got characters who have not even had a figure yet, but we're seeing. How many Kevin Nashes? How many Kevin Nashes?
Yeah, but it's all licenses. It's all license based.
I know.
So Star Wars,
Star Wars haven't got that.
Your fictional characters. You're talking about fictional film characters that once you've been in a film, you've normally signed your rights away to that film. Do you know what I mean? And it's a lot easier to make these figures, even if you can't use the perfect likeness, like Darth Vader. You don't need a license to make Darth Vader figures. So wrestling, you're still got to sign up a human being that's agreeing that was that character in that promotion. They've got to agree,
and the problem is,
and got to be paid.
A lot of them turned, didn't they? A lot of them turned against the WWF, didn't they?
But I don't think that Vince McMahon's is a shrewd businessman. He wouldn't let people bring in a bogus court case against him, stop him from making money. I mean, look at all the people who screwed him over in the past, and he still had them back. I mean, why haven't we had a Haku?
Mate, I sent it to you recently. What about Barbarian?
Yeah.
Although you think Barbarian's coming, didn't you? You think?
Look, I think. Stay there. 2 secs. Emma.
Nothing wrong with Parma Violets either, Rob, mate.
Bring that.
Nothing wrong with Parma Violets.
So I was speaking to the tester, my private tester. I picked this up. So that is the Powers of Pain Warlord, who was obviously in the tag team with Barbarian. I think this is the teaser. I think we're going to get a Barbarian from Powers of Pain.
Mate, it wouldn't make sense to bring a single person out from a tag team.
No. But they do it. Well, they did it, didn't they, with Davey Boy Smith, didn't they? They bought an old school British Bulldogs, Davey Boy Smith, recently. Do you remember that one with the dog? But you're never going to get a Dynamite. You're not going to get a Dynamite Kid, are you?
No, probably not. But in fairness, Davey Boy Smith was a well-known wrestler.
I agree.
Not in that kit, but Warlord when he was known as a single wrestler, he wasn't known in the Powers of Pain.
Well, I've got
outfit.
Warlord obviously in his single attire.
So have I. I've got him.
Yeah.
When he had the half.
He used to walk around with a stick and that. Yeah. But this one here, like I say, that was and should I tell you another thing? What I want to say as well, which I'm really impressed about. I've always slagged off Mattel because being a wrestling collector, we don't get any exclusives. We're actually getting Smiths, getting ones like this. We're exclusive to Walmarts that even people in America are moaning they can't get. Our Smiths are filled with these figures. We're now starting to get Cam and Mustafa was another one. The Americans are all moaning that there's not enough going around in Walmart to get hold of them where they're exclusives. And now look, my personal tester, just to interrupt things,
well, we've
find out if the Love Hammer's got COVID.
Make sure you do both nostrils, Mush.
Yeah. Of course, it's very difficult, very uncomfortable, this, isn't it?
Can't believe you're doing one of them live on air. You got.
Can you imagine if I'm positive? I almost want it to be positive. How disappointing if it's not.
Mate, it wouldn't surprise me. I told you about my work. My work have had a bit.
So many people we've been around are basically, trying to scare us.
Mm.
Yeah, I do agree.
The old Action Man's going to go up.
All I will say is some of the big 80s toy lines, you got to think early 90s Action Man, 92, 93, we're approaching that 30-year mark next year. Yeah, from their general release. Now, you think a lot of the 80s toys had started rocketing up well before that 30-year mark. So they are a bit behind if they are going to do it. But I still think it's going to happen. I still think it will. Don't come crying to me, anyone, to buy Action Man, 90s Action Man for cut prices and that, because I bought it cheap when no one cared about it.
The only reason I'll be buying it off you if I wanted a bit of if I needed some stuff for my fire.
Well,
Oh,
that did hurt. So Colin, what's Colin saying there?
What you like? He's into the 90s stuff.
Yeah, he's got big collection, Colin. Colin's got a mad collection.
It's some very unusual lines. Leo, how you doing?
Hello, Leo.
Good to have your eyes and ears, buddy. Rob said the first NECA Terminator was made with most of Arnie's face missing, revealing more endo because Arnie never gave permission until later.
I thought that was the McFarlane Rob. Here's me and Rob going head to head on Terminator nostalgia again. We went head to head in the quiz that time, didn't we? And Rob thought he was gonna put me to bed, didn't he? But I think we drew in.
Oh yeah. I forgot about the quizzes.
Yeah.
Shit, I forgot about the quizzes. Yeah.
Rob, I think I might be wrong, Rob. Look this up. I think that was the McFarlane series of Terminator where he didn't give his likeness, so they sort of took away a lot of his face.
Possibly. Theo said we need Public Enemies in the Sandman, and David Riesel said we need a Steve Blackman, the lethal.
Yeah, Steve Blackman, the lethal weapon. We do need a Steve Blackman, don't we?
Yeah, would they do it? I mean, the Sandman possibly. Would WWE release it? I know they own ECW and that now. But...
Yeah, to be fair, because what's his name's just died, hasn't he?
Who?
New Jack.
Oh yeah, a couple of months ago, didn't
yeah, New Jack recently died. He's in public. He was in Public Enemies, wasn't he?
Documentary on it?
No, he wasn't. Was he? He wasn't in Public Enemies, was he? He was in the Gangsters, wasn't he?
I can't remember who was in Public Enemy now, to be honest with you. I mean, I knew about ECW in the late 90s and that, but...
Obviously, Sandman, I just don't think, these people just ain't signed to WWE contracts, are they?
No, definitely not. We also don't have Walmarts or Walgreens here, but obviously, we have, like Big C said, we've started getting some of the exclusives here.
Yeah, we do.
Because we was whining about
Colonel Mustafa. Colonel Mustafa was one. He was another one where, like I say, he should have been exclusive to Walmart, but we're getting them in Smiths. And I've always said you can have exclusivity in Walmart, in America, because Walmart's are only in America. So Walmart are not losing any sales whatsoever by a UK shop being able to sell them to UK people. They're still exclusive to Walmart, but give us some of them and let us have them over here. Cheers, Emma. No, that's really disappointing. Look, it's really disappointing. He's negative. What I wanted to do
You know
is how
what? Hey,
explosive.
listen,
No,
you know
no,
what
no.
the C, you
Listen,
know what the C
how
stands for on
disappointing
it?
is that? How disappointing is that? How explosive would it have been if I was positive?
You know what the C stands for on that, don't you?
Go on. Yeah,
Yeah.
go on, say it then. I
Need,
bet you ain't got the
need,
guts
I,
to say
need
it.
I say no more live on air? Yeah, it was. It was the McFarlane one.
It
Theo
was the
and
McFarlane.
Rob.
Yeah, see, look,
Yeah,
I was
Robert's
right
just said
there.
it as well. Oh, Robert said it as well. Sorry, my
He
bad.
meant the gangsters. Theo, look, he meant the gangsters. Look,
Yeah, the
do you
gangsters
remember?
is what
Do you remember that time when Theo
Dino
screwed?
Brand. Dino Brand was in the gangsters, wasn't he?
I don't know. I don't know. I
I'm
wasn't
sure
a
Dino
massive
Brand was in.
ECW man. But listen,
Mm.
remember that time when Theo tried to get all technical on that and tried to basically trip us up on the wrestling questions, made me look stupid
Mate,
when
he
he did the
went
quiz that
deep,
time.
didn't he? Yeah. He
He
went
decided
deep.
he just went very he went off the grid. I was very disappointed in Theo for that, to be fair.
Mate, you've been told. Did you fucking know that a flow test takes 30
Yeah,
minutes?
they take
30
30
seconds?
minutes, but listen, that is pretty. That ain't gonna change, Pete.
You know what you need? You know,
That's the
you see them
test.
two
That's
letters?
in.
Yep. See them two letters? You need a U and an M between them, and that's what you are, mate.
Well, yeah, well, we know that, don't we? We know that. But yeah.
As there is part of the
Walmart,
same group,
as
aren't
there
they?
is
Yeah.
part of Walmart, yeah. But obviously, and what makes me laugh is Asda don't get any wrestlers whatsoever, do they?
Asda's don't get any toys. The only thing I ever hear
They
about
do
coming
get
out of
toys. They
Asda,
do get toys.
yeah, but it's not exclusives or nothing,
Nah,
is it? It's just
no.
Pokemon cards. Apparently, that's what they're good for.
Yeah.
People.
They do like the rubbishy, like junky toys, don't they?
Right. You asked me what the last thing was I bought.
Yeah.
And then obviously we started reading out the comments. So I haven't bought any toys or anything like that off of eBay or Facebook or anything recently. I did get this at the last Chatham Toy Show I did, which was Chatham was on just Saturday, just gone, but it was the what month were we in? December. It was the November show. Friend of the show who watches, he had a stall there. Gary Prendergast had a stall there, and I bought this off him. It's not a toy, but obviously it's 80s related. So it's a Dungeons and Dragons
Wow.
game book from the animated.
Yeah. I remember.
show.
Yeah.
And it comes with the cassette, although I don't think these are related. I might be wrong, but they came together. This. I don't know. It may well be. Let me just have a little look. Hold on. What's it say here? No, it might be actually multiple games. Yeah, no, it's right. It's because the description on the cassette is very different to what's on here. So, but yeah, very cool. It comes.
He needs the cassette to relay what's being said in the books because he can't read. Didn't
you know what? I'm not going to lower myself to your levels, you mug. But look, some really cool 80s artwork in there.
He has to. The artwork means everything to Tom because he can't read.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, I remember the cartoon. I remember it. They go on the theme park ride. They go on the theme park ride, don't they?
What do you know about Venger? Well, listen, see him there, that little pipsqueak. That's you.
He's the one. He's got the shield and that, isn't he?
Yeah, Cavalier. Look at that.
Yeah,
lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one of the last things I bought. But that same day, I got a nice gift.
See, Tom on Saturday mornings, Tom would be watching things like like that, and I'd be watching the raccoons.
I remember the raccoon. Yeah, raccoon. I also got a gift off of Vic from Fistful of Collectibles. Really nice gift, actually.
It's lovely of Vic to give you that.
1997. 1997 handheld. I
Merry Christmas.
Tiger, but this ain't Tiger. Yeah, this is MJA.
That must have been what, 98, 99?
It says 97 on the back. It says. Well, that was the year he made his debut, wasn't it?
Late 97, yeah. Hell in a Cell.
So, thank you very much to Mr. Vic. Obviously, got the old WWF Attitude logo on it.
Yeah, lovely.
And then I picked up a random. This was very random, but I like these sort of things. In one of the groups on Facebook that I'm in, some guy was selling these Panini blind bags. And they're blind bags. And let me see if they're 1992.
Before blind bags were fashionable.
So this is Buy Panini, collect the 180 stickers in the album and the 24 animals to put in the dinosaurs landscape. Now, I bought 5 of these. I think he charged me like a tenner.
Are you going to open
a
them?
couple of quick posted. Well, I was going to open a couple on air because they're really cool. The artwork like that, dinosaurs on there. So I'll open a couple on air. What else we got here? The NECA Boondock Saints figures were pulled from retail back in the day because there was an issue with license contracts or something like that. Production was stopped. There you go. It's a nice little fact.
They did have some problems back in the day. They had some problems.
Monkey said he loved playing that game. I'm guessing the Dungeons and Dragons game he's probably talking about.
Yeah.
And then Brad said that WWF game looks very cool.
Yeah. I'd love a game on it.
Buddy?
Hello, Rich.
Memories of lockdown live streams. Yeah, see, look, we're back. We're trying to bring a bit of
Christmas. We're back. It's just a Christmas special.
Collins asked me if I finished a box of chocolates. Not yet, mate. There's still plenty in there.
He's making his way through them, though. Look, he's making his way through them.
I've only had about 5. I've had about 5 or 6. Should we open one of these little dinosaurs?
Yeah, I've got some things to open as well, Tom, after you. So
have you? I bet they're not as exciting as a.
Yeah. That's literally.
Oh,
what does it smell like?
That vintageness. So you get a packet like that, the stickers, Panini stickers.
Wow.
And then you get a little toy dinosaur. So, look at that.
And what do you reckon the retail? What do you reckon the retail value of them back in the day was?
Well, it says 99 cents. So this has come from.
Oh, right, okay.
I think this has come from. It must be America, I'm guessing.
So now it would cost you $8 or $9.
75p.
Today's value $8 or $9.
Possibly, but
lovely.
I paid like I said, I paid 12 quid posted. So yeah, cool. And then should we open this pack of stickers? Let's have a little look. Oh, it's been a little while. You remember the last pack of stickers or cards I opened was the I done a video, didn't I? think the WWF ones.
Yeah. You got to think this was all coming up. This was all coming up. That was about 18 months ago.
No.
Yeah.
Was it?
I think so.
It was during lockdown.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I was wondering if I had a shiny. I don't think I have. I don't know if you get shinies in this. Who's that? They're right.
George Washington.
Got a nice crocodilian skeleton. Yeah, you got like the joint. There's obviously an album to go with this somewhere because look, you got like double. So, yeah, very cool. I just thought, you know what?
Why not?
Nice and cheap and silly. Who cares? I love minifigures. Like I like monsters in my pocket and battle beasts and all that.
Yeah.
So
you ain't sold them. Why not?
Watch yourself, mate.
Give me a percentage. Give me a percentage of the collection that you've sold.
What in the last 12 months?
Yeah. How much have you sold of your collection?
Like 2.5%, Chris. It's like minimal. I
told you was a seller first, collector second, and you tried to say it's the other way around. I said everything's got a price. Speaking of selling collections, tell the people what the deal we've got going on. Tell them about what I'm about to take off your hands.
Yeah, but this is different. This is a little bit more like I know where it's going. This is not all about. This is not all about money. This is I know you need these. You've wanted these off of me for like 4 years, as long as I've had them.
Yeah.
And now finally I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let him have them. Everybody's got a price. Everybody's got a price for Pizarro's pieces. Do you want me to show them, yeah?
Go on, show them. Show them what I'm taking off your hands.
You're going to do an unopening soon, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, even Leo's laughing. 2.5%. So I sold like
2.5%. That's a big figure to just pull out of the air, isn't it? 2.5%. More like 25%.
25%. I sold my.
You're trying to underplay
it. I sold some supernaturals and some mad balls. Yeah, that was one small shelf, and got like crazy money for the shelf. And then I pulled a couple of random bits out of my collection, like some towels from the crypt and some Samurai Jack bits. It's barely anything. I bet it's not like. And obviously these wrestlers. So first off,
the New Age Outlaws, Billy Gunn.
Badass Billy Gunn, and he's still in his bag, but.
Yeah, they're coming to me. They're coming into my collection, those two. They were American exclusives, they were.
I was about to say these are Walmart exclusives, aren't
they? Yeah.
Got a beautiful Mortal Kombat game from Vic. Just quickly.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a couple of messages here. Glad to see you boys are back in town.
Oh, thank you, David.
Well, we've been discussing 2022, haven't we?
Potentially. I think that
it's a bit of a myth, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that we've discussed this over and over, and so watch this space, because I do think that, you know, it would be. I don't think it would hurt to have a little run of shows once a year. You know, a sort of like a series of them.
Well,
special guests, bonanzas, giveaways.
Mr. Scott is in
the
Scott,
building. Long time, Scott. Hope you're well, Scott.
Local lad to me. I haven't seen Scott because obviously we've not had no boots.
Listen, Scott must be, because let's be fair, I reckon from about spring last year when we first come out of lockdown to probably late summer, Scott has been absolutely prolific, hasn't he? I mean, I've never known a man. The amount of videos that he gets out, the amount of places he's going.
I've been watching his videos.
That's what I'm saying. The amount of places he's going and stuff like that, like the content he's able to get out consistently, and you know, he's holding down a full-time job as well. No, he's probably having a bit of a rest, I reckon.
His job's flexible though. Like I wish mine was, because I can't fucking.
Yeah, trouble is, I work from home as well. Like I take it, Scott still works from home and that. I think you've actually got to go somewhere every day, Tom, and you've got to be in a location where, like you say, you know, my work don't know what I'm doing.
I know.
Yeah, I could be walking around the house. I could be walking around the house dressed as a woman, and my
fucking do as well.
Yeah, my work wouldn't have a clue.
Leo's asking if I remember these, the Lucky Dip blind bags. Do you remember them from the like corner shops and that back in the day?
Probably. If I saw them, I remember them.
They used to have. I think there was a yellow one. If I remember rightly, I think it had like a turtle or something on it. And then there was the horror ones. Because I told you about the horror bags, didn't I? Because they used to come with little plastic horror figures. They're going for like crazy money now. Heroes and Horrors, the figures are called, or Horrors and Heroes, one of them.
Yeah.
They're going for like crazy money now. Crazy money. Oh.
Yeah, someone's already asked that, Rich. Come on, Rich. Rich has not been he's not been watching the Christmas special, has he? We've been through this, Rich. Yeah, I'm still in the game of collecting them. You know, I'll pick them up. You know, if the price is right and I come across them. Still open. There's still a place for them in my collection. But I must say, my wrestling figure collecting is literally hit an all time. Like I've never been so prolific as I am at the moment when it comes to collecting the elites.
Oh,
literally.
We were meant to do part 2, weren't we?
Go on.
On yours, on what you're getting.
Oh, right, yeah. Finish that off.
You got the new age outlaws, and then you're getting.
Yeah.
What a rush.
Yeah, look at them. So, you know, you got to pay big money to get them now. Do you know what I mean? Like you're looking at silly money to get them and that. And obviously Tom managed to get them at a time and get them for quite a reasonable price. I never managed to pick them up. And so me and Tom have done a nice deal for me to take them off him, because he's obviously stripping his collection down.
Although we have said this as well, we do think there's a good chance that they might be re-released in the future. They might.
You just don't know, do you?
But
the trouble is, they're spitting out so many multiple characters. I mean, like there's another Stone Cold Steve Austin coming out, like from the WrestleMania series in the next month or two, and it's like I've bought about 3 or 4 Stone Cold Steve Austins in the last 3 months. It's unbelievable, and there's not many variations of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He wore black pants and black boots.
I wanted. Do you remember when I sold you Austin, the one with the 3 belts?
Yeah. So that was the defining moments one.
Yeah, and now, like you said, they brought out 2 or 3. And you know what? It's like Hogan. Like I told you about the Hogan I've got, innit? I don't really like it. I want another Hulk.
I've got the Hulk Rules Hogan. That's the best Hogan I think they've ever released.
I don't like that one, but the one I've got is worth about 60-70 quid now, and I paid like $10 for it in America.
Yeah, so the Hulk Hogan I've got, they bought a Hulk Rules like classic, like late 80s, early 90s Hogan out, like the definitive one, and I've got that one, and you don't need another Hulk Hogan after you got that.
Well,
So
I've always held the position that you should collect what you like and not collect a certain thing simply because it's trending or it's popular in a group.
that's right.
Collect
That's
you
right.
and
Wheels
for
of
you
Chaotic Doom.
own. That is the way. That is
The way.
that
That's the way it should be. That's why
I
anyone
think
takes the
I'm a
anyone
big
takes the piss out of 90s action, man. I just I don't take it. I don't
I'm a
take that
big
to heart.
believer though. I'm a big believer though as well, Chris, that should be in any walk of collecting or whatever, because
Yeah.
I believe that should be the same in fashion. Unfortunately, and I've discussed with you before about things like, because I'm into my trainers and that, in regards to Nike and Jordan and Nike Jordans and Dunks and SB.
Yeah.
And I don't own a pair of Nikes. For all the pairs of trainers I've got, I don't own a single pair of Nikes. And one of the big reasons is because everyone else does. I'm like one of probably few people that don't. I mean, you've got a few pairs of Nikes.
I've got Nike and Adidas and that I wear.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think they're nice. I think the colorways on.
Yeah,
Nikes
but Tom,
nice,
you're in the situation at the minute where you're walking around like it's 1987. You're walking around in shell suits.
1992.
You're walking around in shell suits. Do you know what I mean?
They're walking around in shell suits.
Tom, he had to be careful when they wouldn't let him into a fireworks display last month, because they thought if he gets a sparkle on him or something, or he gets a little bit of, he'll go up in his shell suit. He's a fire hazard.
Oh, you're a lad, and you're a lad. Yep, collect what you like and love. Ian's in the building.
How you doing?
Rich,
Ian, as in Ian used to work with Ian.
Ian, who I used to work with, yeah.
How's Ian getting on? How's Ian getting on now? Do you see still in contact with Ian?
Yeah. I see Ian it's probably about a month ago now.
He's a lovely lad, Ian. He's a lovely lad. So is he still at the same place?
He's still at the same place, yeah. Not forever though. Not forever. Don't worry.
Can't you get him in with you? Can't you bring him? Can't you transfer him across? Let him come with you.
Hopefully, at some point we've discussed it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say too much because I don't know who's watching this live stream. But you've got to be a bit careful.
Yeah, I suppose.
But we did go to a Comic Con about a month ago.
I remember you telling me. Yeah.
Do you remember? Oh mate, it was a fucking nightmare. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, I saw your comment. I saw your comments criticising it, but then I was like, do you know what? I take it with a pinch of salt. I was like, because he absolutely moans about everything. If it had been the best Comic Con ever, he still would have been moaning.
Listen. Listen, if anyone's watching this and they attended Wales Comic Con, you can ask them. I promise you now, Chris. Me, Ian, and one of my other friends, Neil, we got there and it took about 45 minutes just to get parked. When we got to the car park, they went, there's no more space. You got to go up there. So we went up there and parked. We walked around. I swear to God, the queue.
Why was it so bad?
Just an organisation, or did they sell too many tickets? It was in the Telford National Centre or something. Mate, there must have been 2,500 people in front of us. And the queue went all the way round the town centre into a park. You had to go into a park.
You must have been when you saw you had to go through a park after going all the way around. You must have been absolutely livid. I bet you were fuming. Who'd you go with, Ian?
You know, I went with Ian and Neil.
This is a man. Let me just say, this is a man that once I took to a car boot sale local to me. I said, I've never been there, Tom. I don't know what it's like. A nice, big one. Let's go there. He absolutely berated me, because he didn't find anything there, and I got the blame. Yeah, I got the blame for taking him to a rubbish boot sale. So, Ian, I know how you feel, mate. You must have been getting it in the ear from him.
Oh, yeah, do you remember that one when you bought the fucking Tom and Jerry?
Yeah, listen, and Emma wouldn't let me bring it in the house because the smell of it.
You bought a Tom and Jerry outfit.
It was like the man had been wearing it. The man we bought it off, he'd been wearing it for 30 years, not taking it off. It actually smelt of crutch.
Oh, that Comic Con, you know what pissed me off even more, is that I'd paid to see Dolph Lundgren was meant to be there.
Was he there?
Pertwee was meant to be here. Sting. I was meant to see Sting, the wrestler, not the singer Sting.
You know why you didn't, did you? They couldn't get in. They couldn't get in. They couldn't even park. No wonder they weren't there. They couldn't get in. They're still in that park somewhere.
Mate, it was bad. It was bad.
Cheers.
Good stuff, boys. Good
Cheers.
Stuff. That's the ones with the turtles on. See, I told you. Them
Yeah, you know your
£1.
stuff. Yeah, you
Yeah.
remember more about them times than I do.
That's because you fizzled your brains
So
out with
so
all that
so, so
fucking smoke.
yeah. So Dave Blade. There's a very offensive comment there, Dave. You seen that?
Dross, mate. 90s Dross.
I thought Dave was a nice guy.
They have a new Hogan. Right, listen.
Yeah,
There is a new Hogan, and I've seen it.
yeah,
Is it me or he's got dodgy eyes? His eyes
yeah,
are a little.
yeah.
He
I
looks
know.
good.
Oh, you want about this one? Right. Stay there. One sec. Let me get him.
Go and get him. Brad's just saying he needs them to release a new $1 Million Man figure.
This for
Needs a new $1
me
Million Man figure.
is
Go on.
the
So that's the
definitive
one.
Hogan.
But I've seen a couple, and they look like he looks like he's got dodgy eyes. Like, what's he doing? He
I
looks
think
like
he's got the
eye on
whole. He's got the
speed.
eyes like that, like
Has
when
he?
he's like proper like
He's
intense,
like
like
charged and that. Yeah, look.
cocaine Hulk Hogan.
Look at him. Look, he's there. He's about to.
Oh, he's out of his head on.
He's about to give it to Mean Gene, isn't he?
This is the late 80s. I mean, he's absolutely off his face on cocaine, isn't he?
Look at him.
I
look.
do love it though. It is when you think of Hulk Hogan though, you think of this, don't you? You think of that era.
And that's the one I want to get. I think I'm going to get that one. Did he come with a belt as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get him.
Yeah, he's the one to get. I've got the NWO Ultimate one as well that come out. I know you got that one as well, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah.
That's another brilliant one as well. They're the two Hogans, as far as I'm concerned. If you've got the NWO, the Ultimate Edition NWO Hogan, and you got the classic late 80s, early 90s Hogan, I think that's, for me, I don't need anything else, to be honest with you.
Is that enough? Yeah.
Yeah. I like Ian. I remember Ian gave me the beer dispensing helmet, didn't he?
Yeah.
Thanks to the convenience of being able to use that, he's effectively turned me into an alcoholic since he gave me that beer dispensing helmet. I walk around everywhere with it on. So Tom, do you want me to? Shall I?
Go on, you. If you're going to do it, I'm going to just read through some more comments quickly.
Go on.
Collect what you love, fellas. Rich. Slime out
So,
Wheels of Chaos doing talking sense.
Yeah, he's been talking sense all night.
The gaming toy boys laughing. God knows what it could have been any situation.
Yeah, it could have been anything. Something controversial.
Ian's letting you know he's doing fine.
Good.
And then he
nice
said,
to hear Ian.
Wales Comic Con. Wonderful memories.
Yeah, I bet being with Tom, mate, it must have been absolute hell.
Hold on one sec. Let me. Oh, my thingy's just dropped. There is a question for you from my man Scott. Oh, you looking AEW? You're not
Scott,
into it, are you?
Great question, Scott. I like the look of the figures. I like the look of some of them. The problem is with me, like I say, I'm not into modern wrestlers. Like where I don't really watch wrestling today. Do you know one thing? I was really tempted to buy the Luchasaurus with the Jungle Boy on his shoulders. That special edition pack. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
I like those two as when I watch AEW occasionally. Like when I watched it a few months ago. Maybe the odd one, but no, I'm not looking to get into them. They're in Smiths as well now. AEW ones.
Mate, so they're in. I've seen AEW ones in TK Maxx.
Yeah, so they're good figures. Don't get me wrong, and I think a lot of what Elites are doing in terms of the articulation and the way they've tweaked some of the figures and the likenesses and that, I think it's making Mattel up their game. I think these AEW figures now, there's a bit of competition on the market. I think it's benefiting the Elites.
Have you been like
the real cloth T-shirts and that they're doing? Like AEW don't do the rubber tees and that and the rubber attires and that, which I always thought was so bad when Mattel did that. So now you're getting real printed T-shirts, and AEW have set that as a standard. So now Mattel can't regress backwards and start doing that on their figures. So it is improving the industry. So Scott, answered your question. No, I'm not really going to buy them, but I'm benefiting, I think, from better figures from Mattel because they're on the market now.
They're up in their game.
Yeah, 100%.
Have you? I mean, you know, I don't watch AEW either, but I do follow their YouTube channel. Have you been sort of up to date with any of it? You've been seeing any clips or anything
since my mate Jericho? Watching my mate Jericho.
Oh, since your mate Jericho read your message out.
Yeah, and not only did he read it out, Tom, he looked like he was bloody and enjoying himself over what was said. He looked like he was enjoying it. They were all laughing. So
I haven't actually really seen Jericho on there that much.
If you're making he's on tour at the moment over the UK, over here with Fozzy.
Oh, that might be why then. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but he's yeah. If you're making Chris Jericho laugh, you're doing something right, aren't you? If you're entertaining
Well,
Jericho,
there's
you know?
some. There's obviously been because obviously CM Punk's back, and then there's been some big segments with him and MJF.
I don't watch it now. I don't watch it.
Yeah, I just watch the clips. I don't watch the show or anything, but it comes up on YouTube, and you know what? It takes me back a little. I think they're trying to grab a little bit of that Attitude Era kind of, because there's a lot of swearing and stuff on AEW.
Yeah,
So they're
yeah.
like, and they're starting to do chair shots and blah.
Yeah, I
blah,
like
blah.
all that. See, look, I'm waiting for wrestling to take off again. For that's more geared towards adults. Like, you know, we need another Attitude Era. Whether that'll ever happen again, I don't know. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Pete said he was at London Film and Comic Con. That was on the same weekend that the Wales one was on. And Ian reckons he's going back again next year. If you are, sorry, mate, I don't think I'll be coming with you after this year's shenanigans. Big C, what's happened to this guy who delivers your food shopping? He was on earlier, wasn't he?
He was on earlier. We've been speaking to Thomas, and like I say, I saw him in November. Thomas, I saw, and he was encouraging us. He wanted to see a Christmas special. He wanted to see one, so here it is.
He got it going. Evening, Enrico, my man from Chicago.
Evening.
Obviously, just letting us know we know about the old. He's in Florida at the minute.
Yeah, is that Clearwater? Is that Clearwater? I think his shop is. Because I went there. Did I tell you about when I went to Clearwater in 2007 and we was parked outside? We drove around the estate where Hulk Hogan's house was. Because we were standing across the river. So the back of Hulk Hogan's house, he had like his own like private little boat and that. And we were across the river. So you could see the back of Hulk Hogan's house. Backed onto like the
trying to stalk him,
the sea, the bay. In Clearwater, listen.
You wanted
so
to
basically,
go,
listen, yeah. So basically, said to one of the people I was out there with, "Come on, let's go and have a drive round there. And we'll go drive round and like see his house." So we drove round, and I recognised it from Hogan Knows Best. I knew the house because at that time Hogan Knows Best was still on, and we drove round and literally pulled up outside his house. We were probably there for about 45 seconds, and all of a sudden, this like sheriff like car just pulled up, yeah, and basically was like, "What you doing?" Yeah. Well, they were like, "What are you doing?" And then obviously you see the massive gun and that, didn't you? And you think, he recognises me. He knows it's the Love Hammer. Yeah. So straight away, he's thinking to himself, what's the Love Hammer doing outside Hulk Hogan's house? Better get rid of him. Yeah. Don't want obviously Hulk Hogan getting intimidated. So basically kindly asked us to move on, you know, and to avoid any trouble. So literally we had to drive off. Yeah. But, you know, it was just nice being close to Hulk Hogan's house.
Well, talking of Hogan, just talking about the yellow.
Yeah. The gold, the yellowy gold and red.
Indeed. Has the better half, eh? And plans for next year. Yes, I do. Well, ultimately, it
when he's talking about the better half, is he talking about me? I hope so.
My better half is fantastic in regards to Chicago. Yeah, of course. Like, it's been over 2 years now since I've been to the States, and unfortunately, it's that fucking numpty. If he decides that he wants to, I don't know, fuck around with COVID and everything else, then I don't know if I'll be going. But yeah, the plan is to go Chicago in 2022, twice if I can. So Vic is in the building.
Yes, Vic. Long time, Vic.
Boris the Fet. What is going on?
I hope Vic's well. I haven't spoken to Vic for a long time.
The gaming toy boy, a bit like, does that say Vilaverse? Vilaverse making Hasbro up their games with G.I. Joe classifieds.
Yeah, it will happen. When these people are aiming figures at exactly the same market, like I think that Vilaverse, I think they've bought a part of a license for G.I. Joe, so they're able to make, and they're making really good G.I. Joe. It's a Sergeant Slaughter, I think, if I'm right. The gaming toy boy tell me. And I think that, yeah, by them doing it, the people who own the standard master license, Hasbro, are now competing with something for the same collectors. And I think AEW is doing the same thing. If you walk into a shop, you're either going to buy an AEW wrestling figure or an Elite action figure. Now, AEW are doing things that Mattel have had to now do because they want to obviously compete, you know, and want to take your money.
I think Leo's right. I don't think it'll ever go back.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
For us anyway, because it's always difficult anyway, especially the older you get. You've got that nostalgic thing.
Yeah.
Because
Oh no, listen, I do still want to see, you know, like women being assaulted and like just some of the crazy stuff that used to go on, and that, like, you know, people setting tables alight and putting each other through, you know, tables that were on fire and blood. And I think they could certainly try and at least go an attempt to try and get back to them days, you know. And I would probably start watching.
I think the world's too thingy now, though, isn't it? It's too like,
yeah, you couldn't get away with it now, could you?
Kids are wrapped up in cotton wool and that.
I just love the way that Vince McMahon he didn't care, did he? He was about to go out of business. It was like in the mid-90s, he was about to go out of business, and he just literally went, like, F it, let's do it. Let's go for it. And the results were absolutely brilliant.
Do you remember some of the storylines were fucking
They were
terrible.
Absolutely messed up, weren't they?
He was trying to do some like incestuous ones and that, wasn't
yeah.
he? Do you remember?
Yeah, no, I just remember it all. Like, don't get me wrong, the whole thing in the core Attitude Era, the whole thing from like late 97, early 98 to like 2000 was all pinned around the Stone Cold Vince McMahon feud. And everything else was like springing off that. Do you know what I mean? That was the main focus, and there was all these other little things going on. That when Stone Cold went to Brian Pillman's house with a gun.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
Yeah.
There was like a live shooting.
There wasn't really much wrestling going on in it, to be honest with
you.
It was more
I think, to be fair, I think that was better.
Oh, he's
the shop.
About the one in
the shop.
Yeah. Hit that.
Cheers, David.
Guys.
Listen,
we've got a few more, and then you're going to do a little opening.
Yeah.
Versus Epic. I'm tempted, but trying to restrain myself. Try and really.
They're like an independent. I think, if I'm right, that Valaverse figures. Yeah, I think the guy used to work for Hasbro, was involved in the G.I. Joe line, working for Hasbro, and then he sort of like left them, and he's gone out on his own, set up a company, and been able to procure part of a license for certain characters. So it's like an independent, you know, company making them, I think, if I'm right.
And Games said they had the
Action Force. That's right. So that's right. I knew it was something to do with it's Action Force. Yeah.
Watch UFC for women being assaulted.
Yeah. To be fair, I like all that.
Brad said he took his boy and nephew to the WWE Super Show at Wembley, and you can see they're trying to go back to the old ways.
They're not trying hard enough, though, Brad. That's the thing.
Listen. There ain't nothing better. Like, you don't have the network no more, do you? I don't know.
Nah.
But there's nothing better than. Do you remember when we went for a stage where, like, I was going for a stage where I was watching Raw, like, continuously and like I'd watch like 6 months worth, like, going through it and thinking, shit, I remember that match. I remember this feud. I remember these debuts. I mean, some of the debuts then, the best.
Yeah.
I mean, Jericho's and Kane's debuts.
Yeah. But what I liked about Jericho's was that he come out in this big debut and then he basically got shut down by The Rock, didn't he?
I know, yeah.
Which was quality.
Don't
get me wrong. Like, it gave Jericho this massive entrance that had been building up on that, and he was quite a big person at the time to come in. But then the way he was just slapped down by like the biggest star at WWE, wasn't he? That was quite well. It was well done the way they did it.
Leo saying the Austin Brett feud kicked it all off.
Yeah, and they had that match at WrestleMania, didn't they? When obviously Stone Cold passed out in the and it was like a switch. Do you know what I mean? They switched face and heel in that that match, and the way that was done. Yeah, that finished it.
Is that when he was busted open quite bad?
Yeah.
Austin,
well, obviously, he's right in terms of that was part of it. But let's be fair. Probably thinking about it, the Montreal Screwjob was probably when Vince McMahon went from being a ring announcer and a commentator to all of a sudden this bad boy owner. You know?
Well.
And Brett leaving.
Come on then, fucker. Let's see what you've got.
Right. So.
But you got some better stuff.
One thing I will say. Let me just say.
Did you get Sid Vicious in the reference? Yeah. Okay, I've got him as well.
So let me just make a point. Like, so for years, I've had to buy a lot of like the Legend series, for instance. I've got nearly every single Legend series since WWE and Mattel bought them back. So they were a series that happened years ago when Mattel first started making. They stopped, and then they carried Series 7 on recently last year. Like they brought back the Legend series. These are American exclusives, so it's always been really difficult to get the American exclusives, and I've spent so much money getting them off eBay over the years. And that, you know that, Tom, anyway. But now there's a site, so give him a plug. Rock and Roll Collectibles, our man Stu there, brilliant guy. He's been a godsend to the point where I'm a straight heterosexual male, Tom, but I think I would probably make love to Stuart. He's one of the only men in this world that I would make passionate love to him. So
he's a top guy.
He's a top man. Listen, he's got a Rock and Roll Collectibles is his website. He sells various other things, mainly specializes in wrestling. But this guy, he buys all of the American exclusives in. So you're able to buy all these American series that you can't get over here normally. And instead of paying big money buying individual figures yourself on eBay, really reasonable prices. But also, he's not just someone who's looking to make a quick buck off you. He is actually, like, on his Instagram, like he wants to engage with the community. Like, he's someone you can build a relationship with. He looks after you. And yeah, you know, he's always,
a lot from it, don't you?
He's always throwing out discount codes. And to be fair, I might as well get my wages transferred into his bank. So that's how bad it's got. But look,
I was about to say, how many you had off him? You must have had a dozen
mate,
off him this
so
year,
many. Yeah, like, honestly, and like I say, brilliant service. They turn up quick. He's even, the last lot I've been buying off him, he's even giving you him in the ringside collectibles, like the protective casings. Yeah, so they're normally like, and he doesn't charge any extra for this. Orders over a certain amount. I think over 50 quid, he does free postage. Everything comes lovely and packed. Everything's in brilliant condition. And so this one here is I haven't even opened these yet. I've had them a couple of weeks. So this is the...
is that when they invaded WCW?
This is, and you're going to get one of the DX characters through the next 4 or 5 series from the DX army when they went to WCW with the tank to invade Nitro that time. So we've got a Billy Gunn.
Good times they were. That was good times.
Should we get him open? So he
Get him
like.
open. You're going to open him anyway. You're not.
Yeah.
Really, you're not one who keeps.
So look, we get him in the protective casing, and like I say, my man, he doesn't charge you any extra for these cases. And yeah, I would say to anyone who likes wrestling and NECA and stuff like that, he's got on there. Get involved.
You got a screen to yourself, Mush.
Yeah, let me just get this open then. Look.
Is that one of the hats you got off me? It is, ain't it?
Yeah, I bought a couple off you, didn't I?
Yeah.
They're nice. You got any more different ones?
I think you took a selection off me.
I took 3 different colours. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got any. I haven't got any more in. And they all sold, mate, that day. Loads of them sold after you.
Yeah,
left.
they're nice.
I was doing some super deals on them, wasn't I?
Well, it's about time you did some deals, wasn't it? Let's have a look. So look.
Break that figure out.
Let's get him out. Let's get him out. Look. Oh, there we go. Look.
What are you using your phone?
Eh?
What are you using your phone?
Yeah. So look. Here we go. See what I mean about the cloth t-shirts now? They're always in cloth clothing now. So this is Billy Gunn from when they went to Nitro DX in '98, a taping of Nitro. And you're going to get one of these. You're going to get Triple H, Road Dogg, X-Pac, and China, all in the military gear. You're going to, from that episode of Raw, you're going to get all these in the next 4 or 5 series, I believe, of the Legends.
Nice.
So there's that one.
Figure.
Yeah. And the likenesses are brilliant now as well. And then there's this one as well, which is another Legends.
Cheers, Wheels of Chaotic Doom. For you.
Cheers, mate.
For your eyes in it,
yeah,
mate.
Cheers for that, mate. He's been good tonight.
Have a good Christmas.
And there's
nice
I won't open this one yet. It takes, you know, but there you go. There's a Roddy Piper look. And once again, look at the t-shirts. I believe this is all AEW. This is being done because of AEW, I believe, consistently. So there you go. Yeah. So thanks to Stuart from Rock and Roll Collectibles there. Apparently a Man City fan. That's probably the only reason that, you know, probably puts me off him a little bit. which is a shame.
Rich loves the Piper one.
Yes, good, the Piper one. I've got a couple of Roddy Pipers, but then it's getting in the way now, isn't it?
Leo said he loves that side.
Yeah,
Some nice
look,
bits
see, and
well.
yeah, he's got some really good bits on there. Like I say, I can't stress enough. Like, he is someone, like, he's a top man. He's a really good guy, and he really looks after you. Everything's reasonably priced as well, so get on there and yeah, have a look.
There's no paid promotion here, guys. By the way, it's just
no, I'm not getting paid nothing. I'm getting paid nothing.
No,
All I want to do is make sure that he's able to keep feeding me these American exclusives, you know, because they're hard to get off your own back.
Well, the thing is, as well with him, is he's you know, I've always said about pushing small businesses and independent guys over the likes of Forbidden Planet and even Smiths to an extent, because they're national companies. So, and he's giving something that Smiths and Forbidden Planet can't give.
Yeah,
within not that Forbidden Planet's a bad example because they don't do WWE elites, but
yeah, I know what you're saying though. It's like
as a toy shop, yeah.
He also, like I say, he's always giving out discount codes as well. So he'll always be having a promotion where he's giving 10% off or 15% off, or there'll be a reason why he's throwing out discount codes and that. So yeah, definitely. If you, get on there and have a look.
I personally have only used him the once. Saying that though, I've been tempted by quite a few of the elites, but you know, Chris, this year I've been well quiet on the buying side of toys. I haven't bought loads this year at all. I mean,
been selling.
One of the biggest things I bought. I've been selling a bit, but not loads, to be honest with you. One of the things I bought was the free custom V figures that I showed in one of the videos I did recently. They came from Australia. They're like a shop exclusive. That's probably one of my biggest pickups in regards to toys this year. When I look around, I've not really added anything to my He-Man collection. Nothing really that I've required for Gremlins. It's been.
I do think you should go in. I do think you should go into 2022, Tom, with get your toy head back on and say, do you know what? There are things about the community in that I don't really like now. There are some idiots out there doing this, that, and the other. But I think you should get back in the game because it is quite enjoyable, and it's an enjoyable thing to do.
I mean, I'm visiting Craig at Nerdbase next week. He's got the American Werewolf in London, the new NECA figure, which looks fantastic. I know quite a few people.
What is it? The guy who turns into a wolf, or is it the actual wolf?
It's the wolf. It's the wolf. So it looks really good. It'll go lovely in the horror cabinet. And he's got a signed Ray Harryhausen book for me as well. So I'm picking them up off him next week. And obviously when I'm in there, I'll look. I'll tell you, there are some things I am after. One of the things I'm after at the minute, there's a few Spider-Man comics. I'm looking to fill gaps in my collection. Jurassic Park, I'm still after the Stegosaurus in his box. It's been like 18 months since I last bought a Jurassic Park toy because I bought all this in quite quick succession.
Yeah, but you're down to finding the right product at the right price now.
Yeah. And I'll pay the right money. Obviously, I'll pay. You know, I know a box Stegosaurus is going to cost me 100 plus, anywhere between 100 and 250, depending on the condition. But I don't mind that because it's the last part of what I want to finish that section of my collection.
To be fair though, Tom, that's 3 pairs of Asics, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, look. Me and my wife was talking about this the other day. Listen, I love my trainers because you know that, yeah? And people follow me on Instagram and that will know that as well. But it's got to get to a point where I go, I can't get any more now. It's got to get...
to get through, to actually wear all the ones you've bought, you'd need about 70 pairs of feet.
Well, my mum calls me the centipede, doesn't she?
That's what I'm saying. You'd have to be like a centipede, wouldn't you?
I worked it out, yeah. This is how it is, yeah. Because obviously I work Monday to Friday. So, and in my line of work, I wear steel toe caps. So I wear uniform and that. So I can't wear trainers to work, unfortunately. If I can get enough pairs to have one different pair on a Saturday and Sunday for a year, then I think that's where I've got to stop.
Yeah, and you reckon you can do that?
That's 52. That's 104, isn't it? If I'm not wrong, is that
right? Saturday and Sunday for a year is 104. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I get to 100 pairs, I think I've got to stop. The only thing I'll do well, I showed you a pair, didn't I? I showed you a pair. See, things like that are a little bit more unique. They're exclusive.
Yeah, like
So
collectors ones and that. But if you're just buying, you know what I mean? If you're just buying standard
yeah. So
releases because you like the
look,
trainers.
yeah, look, for standard releases and that, I shouldn't. But to be honest with you, like I say, I'm a bargain hunter, and I'm always looking for bargains. So when Black Friday happened, I got a bit too involved. I think I bought about half a dozen pairs because these pairs I liked, but like they were like £100, and all of a sudden in Black Friday they'd gone down to 60, and I'm thinking, yeah, you know what, 60 quid, I'll grab them.
Do it.
But for the people that are watching, or for the people that might rewatch, I'm into Diodora. So for those anyone who's 80s 90s probably knows about Diodora. I really like Diodoras. They're comfortable, they're colourful, and they're different, and they're quality as well. They're different to Nikes.
I remember they made I always remember Diodora
they used to
being
make the Baggio, didn't they? They do the Baggio.
Do you know, just you took the words out of my mouth. They made the Italian USA 94 shirts, didn't they?
Yeah, there you go. And Baggio is known for it. But
yeah,
I've just bought. So Diodora have done a collaboration with Rocky, as in Sylvester Stallone's Rocky films, and they've just released a pair of Clubber Lang, Apollo Creed, and Ivan Drago themed Diodoras. Now I've just bought the Clubber Lang ones.
They are quite nice, to be fair. They're quite nice.
They are nice. Yeah. The thing is, as well with me, is that I will wear them. See, this is the problem with people that collect trainers, is there's a tendency to buy a pair of Jordans or Dunks or whatever, and they sit in the box. Now, the thing is with trainers as well, Chris, is that after a few years, they start crumbling. If you just leave, especially Nikes are known for it.
Yeah.
They need to be worn.
Yeah.
It's not like an action figure, like the plastic, like Hasbro's will last 30, 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
It's different. Like trainers are different. If you don't wear them after
it's the environment can start can crumble them. Apparently they're a bit better now. They're made a bit better now to last a little bit. But yeah, there's 80s and 90s retro. The reason they cellophane them up, didn't they? The special collectors ones, because if you don't, they basically they disintegrate.
Yeah, but even that they say is bad, like to cellophane them up, because then they can't get oxygen because they're So I think you're in a no-win situation. It's like, look, trainers. Listen. Trainers are there to be worn. That's it. Trainers are there to be worn. For me, they're not there to be looked at and enjoyed like action figures and collectibles and that. For me, trainers are there to be worn. Have I got some unusual pairs and that? Yeah, you know, I've got a Diodora Pink Panther collaboration. I've got G.I. Joe and Asics collaboration.
So they're bright pink. They're bright pink, those ones.
No. The Pink Panther ones ain't bright pink. Nah, they've got like a light pink trim, and then they got the Pink Panther embroidered on the back of them. So
because you do look like the sort of man though who would walk around in bright pink trainers.
Yeah, but I can get away with it though, Big C. That's the thing.
Yeah.
we got some comments here. Hold on. Let's have a quick look. I have spells where I buy loads, then I go quiet and don't buy anything for a while. I hate buying from eBay. I'm the same. It's too easy to buy from eBay. We've said this before, haven't we? It's just, and it's bad as well, because you put 50 things in your watch box or whatever, and then it's like, as soon as, just say you sell, like I'm a bit different. Obviously, I sell stuff. If I sell something and I've got £50 sitting in my PayPal, it's just there. And I'm
feel like you have to spend. You have to spend it.
Got to spend it.
Yeah, I agree. That's the dangerous game.
It is.
It's a dangerous game, isn't it?
Mate. It's dangerous. So I stay away. I haven't bought. Yeah, I can tell you what. Let's have a quick look. So I've got my phone in front of me. I'll be honest with you. I bought some trainers recently off eBay, but I haven't really.
I haven't bought anything off eBay for months, because Rock and Roll Collectibles now takes eBay's business.
I'll tell you what I've bought recently. So trainers, and then before that, I bought. Someone is making these on eBay. They're like
placards.
They're like little, but they're been 3D printed. I bought Gremlins 2, and Venom. They've got WWF ones, mate. They look really nice. I recommend them to anyone.
What do you do with them, though?
They just you sit on the shelf, so you could sit them in front of your WWF or your Gremlin in front of your collection. They've got an Attitude Era logo. They've got the original WWF. They've got the 90s, and then like the early 90s and the mid 90s one. You know, it was a bit different.
Yeah.
They got WCW Nitro one. And before that, trainers. I can't. Look, Oh, here you go, a comic. I bought a comic in September, a Spider-Man comic. So
You
I
like your
buying
trainers
toys,
though,
I need,
Tom, didn't
mate.
you? You like your trainers though, didn't you?
Like's probably understatement. Yes, Ian, if you want me to pick you up one of the werewolves, mate, let me know. I'm going to go. Unless you want to pop up there with me, mate, I'm going to be going Nerd Base next week.
Poor Ian's going to think twice about that, though, isn't he?
He don't want to do a road trip
after Wales.
Oh my God, Warriors of Virtues.
What's that then?
I don't know. That's that kangaroo action figure line. They made a film. It was terrible. They were in the pound shop in that years ago in the 90s.
I don't remember it.
It's like I think they're like a mystic kung fu kangaroos. That might be the right thing. Listen, I think it's like an in joke with the toy community. That will put me off of collecting, if I'm honest with you. I'm going to need a room for my trainers. Yeah, luckily I've got quite a big bedroom, but even my missus has said we're outgrowing that. So
you do need to comment that. So soon all that collection is going to be gone. He's just going to be in a room of trainers. He's just going to become one of them guys, isn't he? He's got a trainer wardrobe.
There's nothing wrong with having some nice clothes and trainers. I'll get a new pair of trainers every couple of years.
To be fair, I used to be a massive trainer person, but I've slowed down on it now.
Yeah.
To be fair.
The Storm Shadow trainers look mint. Yeah, you've ever shown you them once, the G.I. Joe ones? Don't know if you've seen them. I wore them to Sandown Park Toy Show.
Yeah.
A little while back. Yeah. Rich said he don't think he's had 100 trainers in life.
the love hammer hasn't been in the country for probably the last 6 or 7 months. So I don't get to see any of this stuff.
Well,
love hammer's been signing deals.
Vic's talking about the kangaroo line as in garbage, as in Warriors of Virtue.
He doesn't like much. I saw someone asking Vic about Mel Gibson films yesterday. That made me laugh. Yeah,
and the Patriot. Yeah.
The Patriot and Braveheart. He loves that, doesn't he?
Don't get him started, mate. Listen, he's very upset with he's very upset with Boris at the minute. Don't get him.
He's upset with Boris, and he hates Mel Gibson, doesn't he?
Yeah. So what else has been happening then, mate? Is that it? Is that? I mean, look, since we've done the last live stream, you've added about 20-25 to your collection,
and the rest.
Do you want to give the guys a little? Do you want to give the guys a little couple of minute tour? Because we'll probably wrap the show up in 10 minutes, won't we? Let me get you on solo. Go on.
How can I? Let's do, by the way, I haven't dusted. Emma went mad the other day when I put a picture up on thing the other day. How do I don't know if I can actually. I don't know if I can actually switch it. To be fair.
Yeah, there's another retro shop in Essex now called the Retro Hunters.
So basically,
one sec. Let me get that off for you. There you go.
You tell me if you can see that.
We can see them, mate. Yeah, we can see them, mate. We can see them.
So that's this shelf. This shelf.
I see Bray Wyatt in there, mate. I see a sneaky little modern wrestler.
There's a fiend in there. I did get a fiend, to be fair. But this is the shelf that's really like. Can you see them?
I see that the ruler of the world at the back there, the master. Sid.
Yeah.
X-Pac, yeah.
I mean,
what's that Kane with the cloak? I've not seen.
Yeah, that's the Ultimate Edition Kane.
I don't remember.
Ultimate Edition Undertaker as well. Well, he come with it, and I think in one of his first or second appearance ever, I think on Raw, I think he wore a cape.
Or was it just as a one-off? Was it?
Yeah, but look, he's even got a Michael P.S. Hayes there. Look at that, another blinding figure there. But yeah.
I need the Vader. That's one.
And obviously, there's all the Hasbros and yeah.
Oh, the big talking ones. You got.
But yeah, like I say, I've got so many now. It's getting really. There's a Vader there, Tom.
You got mixed in with the Migos, mate, at the back there, ain't you? Look,
a few Migos at the back.
Migos sneaking in. Look, you got a little Spock.
Yeah. Like I say though, got load there, hasn't he? Yeah, that's it.
It's a good collection, mate. It's a good collection.
Yeah, but like I say, Tom, I've got about 10 in the cupboard that I can't even put out anymore. I need to put up some more shelves. So
cue my cat in the background.
Yeah.
You hear meowing.
What's
I
the
think
cat?
he's just having a
Salem.
shit.
Salem. And
Salem,
obviously,
he
yeah,
gets
you know, I've got
excited when
these. You know,
he's having a shit.
I've got Roddy Piper. I've got more coming from Rock and Roll Collectibles. I've got more coming. So I've got loads of pre-orders with him that, you know, ones he's waiting to come in that he's obviously going to ship out when he comes. Cheers, Rich. Cheers, Rich.
Dave
Appreciate
said the
that.
same as well.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. I need to get. I want to get proper glass cabinets, like have loads of glass cabinets and just fill the glass cabinets. I want to move away from shelves, but shelving is something I just put up when I started. You know, had like maybe 10 figures, and now it's just.
How many times have one fallen on Emma as well?
Yeah, so basically, it makes me laugh that we sleep underneath and under the bed underneath, and they fall down in the night. One's never ever landed on me. They always go for Emma. And I always remember once Ultimate Warrior jumped from the shelf, Gorilla slammed her, and literally landed on her head in the night. Yeah, she was injured. And I said that's very unlike the Ultimate Warrior to behave like that. I said he must have a particular dislike for you because he don't behave like that.
Really, because me and Emma have got something in common.
You don't like me.
We both don't like you.
The worst. Yeah, Emma always said the worst thing she ever did was meet me. You can imagine what she thinks, you know. And what's worse as well, I've knocked her up with a couple of kids as well, so now she's completely trapped.
Poor cow.
Yeah.
Cat stuck behind some
trainers. Yeah.
Any plans for next year, guys? And please stay safe too. Thanks for coming back. And I hope it's not just a one time. Thanks, David. Appreciate that.
I think we'll be having a conversation behind the scenes, won't we, about what we're potentially going to do.
The idea is that, and we've both said it, is that we can't like.
Listen,
and listen. There's no disrespect to the toy division or anything. We just can't commit to that. We can't commit to an.
It's not just that.
Thing.
Listen, it's not just that. What I liked about what we did last year. See, today has just been me and you just talking about toys and about various things and catching up and just bouncing around, just the two of us. I think what we did in terms of the guests we had and the way it was structured and the segments we used to do, and it's very easy to come on here once a week and just talk toys and just do this. We wanted it to be just a little bit more than that, and I think that you can only do. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
If you're going to do, and what we, if we want to do it, we want to do series of a limited run of shows, maybe once a year, and fill them with all that content we had and all them segments and all the special guests and how good the show was laid out. I'd rather do that for a set limited run of shows rather than say do this every week. What we're doing today, do you know what I mean? But we're just literally.
And in fairness as well, we've said it as well, mate. Me and you couldn't commit to a weekly thing anyway.
No,
our lives are a bit.
If you said to me
like
February and March, or March and April in the spring, we're going to do 8 weeks, and in those 8 weeks we're going to do massively entertaining, explosive shows, I could commit to that. But it wouldn't be something that we would do all year.
The other idea is that we do a short series in the spring and then do another short series maybe in
or something like that. What I don't want to do is I just think that if we're going to do it, I really enjoyed the last run that we did, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it and stuff. And you know, we had a lot of like special guests. You know, we had Theo, Toy Polloy. You know, we had some really entertaining big guests with big followings, and I think that the fact we were able to bring them sort of people in. That is the sort of stuff that I'd like to do. Yeah.
Boris the Fet, aka Vic.
Yeah, Vic
he was our
as well.
Guest,
getting Vic on.
Well, Vic was our first guest, wasn't he?
Vic was the show that kicked it all off. Yeah, Vic was the one that kicked it all off, wasn't he?
And then when he started swearing and everything, he scared off the.
Yeah, he got very touchy, very political at one point, didn't he? I remember.
You have to rein him in. Like you have to just remember that.
Obviously Vic. We had Vic on. We had obviously Rob on. Ken
came on. Yeah.
We had
Dan from
Odd Pod. That was a really enjoyable episode as well, where we'd watched a lot of his stuff and that over the years. We had Stu the Gamer.
Oh, of course we did. Yeah, Stu. Yeah, good Stu.
Yeah. We had Toy Polloy. We had Theo.
Stu put a video up a couple of weeks ago. He hasn't done anything. He's been off of
Nah.
YouTube as well. He's been off YouTube for quite a bit, and he's sort of made a bit of a little comeback as well. So
yeah,
fair
no,
play to him, yeah.
we had a really good, and like I say, I think that if we come back, we'd do that rather than just doing this sort of thing on a weekly basis, because it would be easy for
Scott was on as
Scott.
well,
Yeah,
wasn't
so
he?
we had Scott, didn't we?
Mm.
That
Yeah,
was
no, it was.
yeah,
It
that
was
was
good.
like I say, we had some good fun there, didn't we? Like we had a good time, and we'd like to do it
Yeah.
again, really. Obviously,
I
I
have
got
to
no.
admit, I
That was
don't.
when the Love Hammer, the rise of the Love Hammer. That was, wasn't it? That was when people now all the people know me as the Love Hammer now, didn't they? Oh,
That sounded quite sexual. The rise of the Love Hammer.
yeah. That basically, that was when the Love Hammer first, when the Love Hammer he rose to superstardom, So
Scott saying it looks collection looks good, and then he's talking about the Rock and Sock double pack.
yeah, do you know what,
good.
Scott? There's so many out there to get. That's on my list to get that one. To be fair, it's quite widely available at the minute, so I'm in no panic to get that one. There's just been so much to try and get. I got the Mr. T and Roddy Piper WrestleMania 2 boxing match 2-pack.
Did you get that in the end?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Because Stu had that on sale at one point, and I was tempted because I like
Yeah.
Mr. T. I was really
also
tempted,
one thing I've got to say as well about let's see if I can get him. Is this not the best?
Careful, mate. Don't you go down.
Is this not the best Goldberg figure as well? I've got the Goldberg and Bret Hart 2-pack.
Oh, did you?
Is it from WCW, from their match at WCW? How good is that Goldberg? That's like proper old
Who's
school.
Next?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that with the old USA, the US WCW
US title.
That was from his, he's proper the height of him in WCW. How good is that? That was another 2-pack I got recently. So another rock and roll collectible.
I've got two Goldbergs. Or no.
Yeah, but you got the modern one, haven't you? When he's got the grey goatee.
No. I didn't. I got rid of that. That was the one that came in the China series, wasn't it? With China and Edge.
Right.
I haven't got that one. No, the one I kept was the one that came on the little thing and it played his music.
Right.
It's not a bad one. It's okay. It's not as good as that one, to be
fair.
Yeah,
that's the one. If you want a Goldberg, you want that one, didn't you? Didn't you?
I might consider it. We'll wait and see. We'll see what the new year brings. Talking of the new year, Lee, how you doing, Lee?
Hello, Lee.
What's the plans for Xmas and New Year, lads? Are we talking about as in with the show, or are we talking about as in ourselves? Because we're going ourselves, and I ain't doing fuck all, to be honest with you.
No, I'm just going to have a nice chilled one. I've obviously got a couple of kids, so they'll be loving Christmas and that. And just trying to keep myself COVID free, basically.
Same. Because I've got a couple.
It's a good excuse, though, isn't it? You ain't got to see your family or nothing, have you? See, everyone's on the phone. Love Hammer, what are you doing at Christmas? Everyone wants to know what the Love Hammer's plans are. The Love Hammer's locking himself down. The Love Hammer he doesn't even want to see his own mum and dad.
What is that cat doing? You want to see me, mate? Because I've got LOD in the new age.
Yeah, to be fair, so we're going to try and meet up in the new year, aren't we?
Yeah, as long as Boris lets us.
To be fair, tell the people he might years.
Come on, listen. He might come
5 years. We were speaking the other day. 5 years since we first did your first ever YouTube channel.
Yes, 2016. Yeah. December 2016 was when I started the YouTube channel. And me and you done the very
first person on there. And I was ill. I was actually ill. I was actually coming down ill when we did that.
Mate, you had COVID-16 then, mate.
Yeah, I had COVID-16. I definitely had COVID-16. I had COVID 3 years before anyone even knew what COVID was.
I remember you being ill. You were rough, and then you went home and you gave it to Emma, whatever it was.
Whatever it was. Me and Emma were making love. She obviously caught it, didn't she? When she was getting a piece of the Love Hammer,
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Yeah, 5 years. But you know what? I'll be honest with you, and I said this to you the other day. I'm disappointed though, mate.
What?
Listen, I never thought I knew the channel weren't going to get millions of subscribers and all that, but and I've had some inconsistent moments. Certainly, like obviously recently, I've not been on it for like 6 months, but I don't know. I thought I might have had a few more subscribers. Don't you think? I put a lot of effort, man. And
The thing is,
hours
you've been
into
very
videos.
stop and start, though, didn't you? You've been very stop and start. Like you look at
But
someone like Scott.
I was
Yeah, but
giving
look
the
at someone like
UK.
Scott.
Yeah, but
Scott.
I'm talking about before Scott though, because Scott's
Yeah, yeah,
quite
I get
new.
that.
But
I
I
get
was
that.
giving
But what?
something. I was giving something the UK. Yeah, but you've got to remember as well, Scott appeals to another market
Yeah, I
because
get it. But it's all
he's a
about.
gamer as well. Because he's a
Yeah,
gamer, he appeals to the gamer market
yeah,
as
I
well,
get
doesn't he?
that.
So,
But
and
it's
then there's the
about consistency.
resellers.
It's about consistency. You will grow quickly and you will obtain more and more views and more subscribers the more content you're putting out. And someone like Scott, who was literally
You know what?
absolutely smashing it, he built up a real big subscription base over a really short space of time because of how prolific he was.
You know what? I am. Fuck it anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm happy with the subscribers I've got because, to be fair, there's some people that have been watching my channel since day one who still
Exactly,
watch
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like loyal people. There's some people that have been following Pizarro's pieces for 6 years now on Instagram and Facebook, and they're still there.
Well,
They're still
I've got
watching.
to
They're
say,
still
I've got to be one
supportive.
of the first subscribers, haven't I?
I wish
Haven't
you
I?
weren't, to be honest.
No, but I've got to be, haven't I? Because remember when you said set up the channel and that, I was like I was in like the top 4 or 5. You sent me the link to say here's my YouTube channel with the intro and that, and I remember obviously clicking subscribe there and then. Worst mistake I ever made. But anyway, I remember clicking subscribe, and I must have been one of the first few ones on there.
You probably
So
were, mate. You were
yeah,
probably the only mug watching me at that point.
yeah. To
Weren't
be
you?
fair, but like I say, I think fair play, Tom. I do think in the new year though, mate, you need to get back in the saddle, mate. You need to get
Of what,
back at it.
YouTube or collecting?
YouTube and collecting, I think.
I do miss doing the videos sometimes. You know what though? It's more like I did enjoy doing the videos for the people, like to show people about toy shows or
Yeah.
Chicago or whatever. The boot sale ones, I think, if I'm honest with you, for me, that I know they're
Yeah,
popular, but that boat sailed a little bit because
yeah.
so
And
many
also,
people are
like you
doing
say,
it.
it puts pressure on trying to find things as well, doesn't it? You
Mate,
can't just go and
100%.
enjoy it
Scott
because you're
even said,
worried about what is this going to be like? What is this doing for a video?
yeah, Scott even said that when I see Scott a couple of times, he even said that he was missing stuff because you're worried about what sort of footage you're picking up.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what messed me up originally. And then I got to a point where I wasn't finding stuff. And if you're not finding stuff, you can't put a video out. It's hard to put a video out if you've not picked anything up.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
if you look at a lot of the YouTubers now who do car boot sales, who resell, who buy and resell and everything, they're quite generic resellers. So they will do clothing, they will do shoes, they will do hats, they will do jackets, they'll do anything. I'm not a generic reseller. I don't even class myself really as a reseller. I mean, yeah, I do buy and sell, but what I sell just goes back into my collection. These guys are doing it as a full-time thing, Chris. Like, it's their job, it's their livelihood, and they're always going to find something, whether it's a bowling ball that's worth 50
That's what I'm saying.
quid.
Yeah.
I ain't
For them, it's all about what they found and moving it on. Where you're looking for something specific, aren't you?
I'm looking for specific things.
Like we can all go to a car boot sale and find an ironing board. Do you know what I mean?
We can all go to a car boot sale and find Tom and Jerry outfits, costumes.
Well, that only I could do that. And you know what made me laugh as well? I keep saying it. I weren't even allowed to bring them in the house when I got them back. They were thrown out, you know, because they did smell cheesy. But the David Blade there, we appreciate those comments, Dave.
Yeah.
Even though he insulted me earlier.
He's saying to listen to you and to get back on it.
Yeah, no, we should. Honestly, he should get back on it.
He is saying that sounds so wrong. I think he's on about when you were talking about you and Emma earlier.
Well, yeah, you know, I'm a love making machine. Where do you think I got the name the Love Hammer? Big
C's right, the Love Hammer of Wisdom.
Thank you, Rich.
And Rich has asked me if listen. I don't even. I say I don't have time. That's probably a lie. When I do have time, I choose what I do with my time now, and things like YouTube. And you know what, the stop motion thing, I enjoyed it because anyone who knows about stop motion, and I was telling you, Chris, I was putting 15-second clips together that were taking 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
4 or 5
yeah.
hours to make.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. And when they were coming out, I was like, right, these are really good. Like, I really like when I done the Kong and Godzilla one, and I did the Gremlins and a He-Man one and that. And I was putting a really long one together, and my phone broke. I was putting a long one together. It was Skeletor and some other bits and Hordak and that. And my phone broke, and I didn't really think. I lost it.
And it's one of them things that you can't lose it halfway through putting one together, can you? Because you'll never be able to redo it.
And I lost the heart a little bit, and I love it because obviously stop motion is a thing that doesn't really exist now. Like obviously Harryhausen films and that are some of my favourite films, but it's so time. I just lost the patience for it. You know what? Let's be fair, Chris. You know this anyway. My new job. It's not new anymore. I've been in the job 8 months, but it's took a lot out of me in the last 8 months in regards to not hours, because I do a Monday to Friday job. I do an 8.
No, but
it's what you do when you come home. You've exerted all your energy between 8 and 5. When you come home, all I want to do is I sit there and I sit with my missus and watch a film. We have dinner, or I'll watch YouTube. When's
he going to find time to make love? Like he's a man who loves to make love. You know,
I'm not as good as the Love Hammer though, mate.
No, I mean, like I say, you don't get the name Love Hammer for no reason.
That's it, mate. Well, look, listen, I think we've gone over. We said an hour and a half, didn't we?
We said about an hour and a half. Yeah, it's been we don't want to bore everyone.
We've still got 28 people on this. It's very, very much appreciated.
Appreciate everyone who's watched tonight. We've been out the game a long time, so to come back and still get a few people turn up and watch us, obviously and participate in that with comments and that, like, it's really appreciated.
Definitely. Scott said, cheers, boys. Much appreciated as always. I definitely want to do a live chat again. Definitely miss Tom's live videos on the car boot sale front. Definitely keeps it real. So definitely keeps it. David Resells, thank you guys and Merry Christmas.
Cheers, David. Merry Christmas, mate.
Before we go, obviously, we want to say, obviously it's Monday, it's Christmas on Saturday, and I want to wish everyone that's just watching and everyone that's supported or anyone that re-watches this over the next few
Merry
days.
Christmas to everyone. And
it's much appreciated, and we obviously, it's been a bit of a shit year for everyone, so make sure you fucking enjoy your Christmas with your family and friends,
and watch this space. Like I say, you could see the boys back for a run of shows in the new year.
Definitely. We've got loads of comments now. Let's quickly get through. Keep the chats going. Ian,
cheers.
Live stream.
Cheers, David.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Rich.
Thanks again.
Cheers.
Gaming Toy Boy.
Boy.
Merry Christmas all. Thank you, Pete.
Cheers, Pete.
Have a good one. Ian, I'll catch up with you anyway at some point. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Right, politics with Boris the Fair. Amar, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you, mate.
Merry Christmas, legends, lads.
Cheers. Thank you.
Tony, your parcel's just been packaged tonight. My wife is sending it out for you tomorrow. Tony was one who bought one of the auctions last night on Johnny's site. So your Marvel lot will be going out to you tomorrow. Chris, I'll let you finish off. There's one thing I do want to say, and I think this is massively important before I go.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Boris.
Yeah. Fuck you, Boris. Yeah. Fuck you, you scruffy haired fat prick. You know what I mean? Fucking get the clippers on your head. Get a real man's haircut. You know what I mean? You fucking waste of space, you bastard.
You know
what I mean?
You
liar.
What's he gonna? When we do our next live stream, where will we be at? We'll be at fucking what variant will it be? Will it be?
I don't know, but I think we'd have been injected probably about 500 times with God knows what.
Fucking hell! What's it going to be called? The fucking Godzilla variant? Do you know what I mean? How many more?
Because we're all going to start turning into the Incredible Hulk next year, anyway. All this rubbish we've been injected with.
But listen, if you can't laugh, what can you do?
Cry. There you go. I can't believe on air I've called Boris Johnson a fat prick. But I think that's probably exactly what he is.
Well, Boris the Bellend, I've got to agree on that.
Yeah.
The Love Hammer variant.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Yeah, that's going to be... The only problem is with that, Rich, that's going to be sexually transmitted, that one. The Love Hammer variant is sexually transmitted.
You always have to learn.
Yeah.
Well, look, Big C, obviously, thanks, mate, for obviously coming on, mate.
Thanks, everyone. Like
we
I
discussed
say,
this about 3 months ago, so I'm glad we got to do one final one of the year. For anyone who's going to the NEC on Monday, fingers crossed.
It's on.
Fingers crossed. Boris the prick don't decide that. The Megatron variant has decided that it's going to spread itself everywhere, and the NEC is shut. Fingers crossed. But otherwise, I'll see some of you there. Obviously, Vic's going to be there. I know David World Toys is going to be there, and a few others as well. As for you mug, I'll probably see you hopefully.
I'll see you soon anyway. I want my wrestlers anyway, mate. You're quick enough to take my money and all that, but
listen,
you won't go over the goods.
I reckon if Boris says we're not allowed, I reckon you should just come anyway and fuck Boris.
I'm coming anyway.
Well, he might stop you, mate. You just have to say, mate.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. As anyone, I'm the sort of man that when this all first kicked off, all this COVID, I was trying to go and visit my 8-year-old nan. Do you know what I mean? To pop round and say hello. It just really, you can't listen to too much of this. You've got to take it all with a little bit of a pinch of salt.
Boris might be understanding though if you tell him that you're going to be coming to pick these two bad boys.
I'd say, look, at the end of the day, when he say, obviously you're only allowed to travel for, what's the word? Essential travel. I'm going to pick up the Mattel Elite Legion of Doom. Please, can you get out my way?
Okay, you do that.
Then. Yeah, can't say anything about that, can he?
He's a mug.
But there we go.
Right,
there we go.
Everyone,
right.
Watching, man.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Have a good Christmas, and we will see you in the new year. When? Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll wait and see.
We'll be back.
Take care.
See you later. See you later, everyone.
Good night and God bless, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.